So we are here at the beautiful Fogarty Park, and I can't think of a better place to have an interview. I'm here with our new Parks, Recreation, and Forestry Director, Daren Dunkle, and want to give you an overview of things that are occurring in the Parks Department. So I'll start with Daren. You've been here now for about 6 months.
Correct.
So what are some of the changes that you would like to see over the coming months and years? You are the first director that the city has had over this department in about 8 to 10 years. So that in and of itself, I think, is something very special. But just share with us a little bit about the changes that you would like to see.
Well, I think the biggest change you're going to see is in our service delivery. Over the past 6 months, I've gone out and been able to do audits on all of our park facilities, seeing the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of each park and what is needed to be upgraded, those sort of things. Also in our service delivery, it's how we deliver those services to the public, how we maintain maintain the parks and our other recreation facilities, and how we operate those facilities. So I feel that those are going to be the biggest changes that you're going to see as we move forward. Going out and doing these audits, there's a lot of infrastructure things that we need to look at, replacing, playgrounds, parking lots, those sort of things as well as we move forward.
I heard this summer from a few of the customers at Centennial Commons, especially the pool area, and was very pleased with how clean it was and the customer service that they received. So I think some of those changes that you're making are starting to become institutionalized as a part of our system. So glad to see that. I see all of this orange fencing, so I know that some sort of construction activity isn't happening. So share with us what are you doing here at Fogarty Park, as well as some of the other parks. I know that there are some improvements being made here as well.
Okay, here at Fogarty Park, backing up to 2015, the city was very lucky. We've been lucky over the past 4 years in receiving grant funds through the St. Louis County Parks Grant Commission. Back in 2015, we started phase 1 of Fogarty Park, which we received over $500,000 in grant funds, and that's for the replacement of this playground, the pavilion, and the restroom facility. What you see now is in 2018, we applied for another grant through the Parks Commission, over $500,000, and it'll be the replacement of the trail that goes around the park. It'll be putting in also a splash playground area right where we stand. Also in our parks, we recently substantially completed Majerus Park, which we also received over $500,000 in grant funds for that park, which was also for the replacement of the playground and the trail around that park as well.
Okay. I'm going to surprise you a little bit and throw you off and ask you about a question that I hadn't talked with you about. We just inherited a dog park, and I know that issue is going before the Parks Commission here pretty soon to discuss some of the policies. How do you think that will move forward or advance? Seems like it's an amenity that the community really enjoys, that we certainly enjoy providing it to them, a place for good animals that behave in a good way to play and recreate with their owners as well as with other dogs. So can you share with just a little bit about that?
Yeah, as you said,
audience?
we've recently taken over the operations of the dog park, and we are going in front of the Parks Commission to review some of the rules and policy changes that might need to take place there. In most cities, dog parks and trails are your top 2 things, so we have a lot of enthusiasm about our dog park. One of the changes that we will see coming up is the possible placement of a new pavilion there to get a little shade there, as well as upgrade some of our ongoing maintenance. It was done by a volunteer group in the past, now will be done by our parks maintenance crew, so you should see some improvement in that operation.
Well, that is outstanding, and really appreciate all of the hard work, not just by yourself, but by your staff. The improvements that are being made in our area. I know that we're going to explore in greater detail later the concept of play and learn, where children are not just playing, but actually learning something as they play. Socialization is good. If we can enhance that, that's even better. So I appreciate you coming out and interviewing with me. Sorry about that one question, but I know that all of our viewers and residents will want to know. Thanks.
All right, thank you.